Hey guys, welcome back to Cypress Steel Forge. I know it has been entirely too long since I made a proper video. That's my bad, guys. That's just it. Things have been hectic. Been busy. Life comes at us like that. I'm starting up my last semester of school for cybersecurity, trying like heck to find a proper job and keep up with what the shop demands. It's not a complaint. I know I sound a little weary, but I love what I do here, and I would absolutely love it if I could do this all the time. I can't. It doesn't quite pay the bills, so yeah, it's got me running a little ragged, but the holidays are like that. But regardless of that, we're going to be getting right into something kind of fun today. We've had another specialty order. If you've seen the movie The Hunted, there was a knife that was featured in there, and that's a knife that was designed and made by a man named Dan Brown. Now, I'm not familiar with him, but I've seen his work. He's quite, I guess, a very famous knife maker. Certainly makes good knives. I don't know a lot about him, but what I've seen of him is impressive, to say the least. But anyways, that knife featured in that movie, and this gentleman would like a blade style like that on a Celtic ring knife. To which I've said, yeah, absolutely, we can do that. So yeah, we're just going to go through that. We're using some leaf spring that I've reclaimed. We've had a little bit of problem with some leaf spring lately. I got a hold of one that apparently had some stress cracks in it from before. These things happen. It just sucks when you get, a giant chunk of the way through making a knife, and all of a sudden you see cracks opening up, and there's nothing you can do. That steel is now trash. We don't send that stuff out. That wouldn't be no good. But anyways, we're going to just jump right into it. We're going to be doing, things have slowed down, so it is my intention to dip back into the original idea and, within the next week or two, start making some of those reproduction things again. I got, a lot of stuff from the flea market and whatnot. And I was actually looking at a cutlass that I have that's laying around. Now, I have made a cutlass in the past, and it was I'd only been smithing for about 2 years at that point. So it would be it'd be kind of fun just to, do it again and see the differences. Now, of course, one of the major differences is the first time it was intended to be a wall hanger. So it's made entirely out of mild steel, and it was mostly ground to shape. So this time I would, go through, I want to forge it out and make it properly. But that's not this week. This week we're going to be making a tracker style, pardon me, Celtic ring knife. Now I'm going to pull out my other phone and whoops, that's not though. Let's just go over real quick and make sure. Yeah, okay, so he wants a tracker style blade. He actually wants the handle to be contoured a bit, and then a nice open ring at the bottom with a glass breaker on the ring. So a lot of little different things, and yeah, I think it's going to be really awesome. Alright, so you can see the first thing we've done is just put a standard drop point on one side, but then I've thinned down that one edge so that it kind of curves and gives it that wide skinning blade the tracker blade's known for. And what I'll do is just take this edge here and probably just trim it with the angle grinder. It'd be easier than, well, we'll see. I mean, I could forge it, but you risk making that edge thick again. So what I'm going to do right now is just move down to this next part, and it's got to dip in and have a thick wedge-like blade for splitting. Alright, so we got the second part done. Y'all see it decided to start raining on me, but you can see where that comes down and creates the second part of that blade, and that part will go to about here, and then we'll start the handle. So yeah, it's coming along nicely. For those of y'all wonder, what do I do when it starts raining? Well, I get wet. Alright, as y'all can see, I already got the blade shaped. It curves down here for the skinning part. This part here will be nice and thick, almost like an axe for like splitting kindling and whatnot. And it drops down to the handle. And I've left it wide enough to be contoured, and I'm just drawing it out for the ring. Now, the real fun is my Poe hammer. The handle is cracking all the heck. I've had to reseat the head about 4 times today, which means it's shot. And that means while the knife, this knife and the other one that I actually have to have out today are annealing, I'm going to be taking a piece of this oak that I've cut here, and we're going to be turning the handle. Alright, you can see we got the handle, and the ring is very narrow, and the reason for that is I'm actually going to wrap it around so that the end of the ring sticks out just the tiniest bit, and that's going to be our glass breaker. So once I get that bent around, it'll be time to anneal that thing, and then when I go to grind it, I'll go ahead and put a little point on that glass breaker, and that way, you know, they can pop it, glass and whatnot with it. The challenge here is that they want a ring that's open enough for a lanyard. As you can see, one more heat and I'm going to have that thing just about perfect. And the good news is a glass breaker doesn't really have to stick out particularly far. So I can form it. That is just about going to be perfect. Need just a little bitty glass breaker, and I'll pop a point on that thing, and that way when you hit glass, you know, it's all the force is down on one little spot, and it breaks easy. So that's pretty much rough forging for this thing. I mean, it kind of looks like a really messed up medieval version of a whale. But it'll look a lot cooler when it's done. Alright, so we got a good bit of the rough grinding done. We've got a clear shape now. That looks a lot better, a lot more of a tracker knife. Got a little bit of a clip point, but that wide belly, that's going to be nice, really broad, really wide bevel, really narrow. Got the bevel started here. This is going to be more of an axe. You can see we contoured the handle a little bit, so that holds the hand real nice. And we've just put a little bit of a spike, and it's not super pointy. We're not looking for a stabbing thing, just something that is in line with the hand, but extends out past the handle just a little bit, so that if you hit a car window with it, it'll just shatter it. And that's what he's looking for. So we're outside. I'm going to take the angle grinder. It just makes life a little bit easier working on this thing. And we're going to get it ground down real quick, and then it'll be ready for heat treat. Alright guys, so If you notice a quality difference in the video, it's different phones. I don't know if y'all see it or not. From here, it looks a little better, actually. But, so, I rushed. I didn't really think I was going to finish it up today, but, hey, it worked out. The main one I needed to get done was this thing here, just a regular old Celtic ring knife with a larger handle. Pretty good thing. I always love those, but I will say that this one here came out a little bit, a whole lot awesome, actually. So, of course, we've got that nice tracker blade. That thing is sharp. It's got a thin, wide bevel, so you can, really skin and stuff. Whereas this one this part here has a really thick and short bevel that's real sharp angled taper, like an axe would be, so you can use it to split kindling and stuff. I used a flat leather wrap so that you really get the best out of that contouring, and that finger just fits right down in there. It just really sits in there. The ring holds it to your hand, and it got that little spike there, and she'll break glass. So, yeah, this really worked out. I think I might, I've been eyeballing doing one of these tracker blades for a while, and so what I think I'll end up doing in the near future when I have some time is just do one of these with a nice wood handle and go ahead and put it on the shop. So I'll have just one more out there. But this was nice. I liked the challenge. I like when people want something a little bit different, and it makes things fun. And this was definitely a fun little build here. So I'm absolutely beat. So I'm gonna go get me a shower and call it a night. It is getting chilly and supposed to be like literally freezing this coming week. So, y'all be safe out there. It's don't be trying to drive in the snow if you don't know how to drive in the snow, and it ain't worth it. It just ain't. Those of you who don't have a choice, just slow down. It's so simple. Just take it easy. You literally can't go too slow. Well, just about can't go too slow. Better to get to your destination an hour late than never arrive because you did. I mean, that's just ridiculous nonsense. But appreciate all of y'all. Appreciate y'all's patience. I've been slacking on the videos, but I'm gonna try to do better. And y'all take care.